welcome back to Sodi Pop on YouTube. My name is Matt and this is Chatty with Matty, your source for daily gaming news. Today is May 21st, nice old Thursday. We have a lot of stuff coming for you. First of all, Summer Games Fest just announced today a big Valorant update, the release date in fact, and some important news for that. id Software retracts some of its earlier anti-cheat efforts for Doom Eternal, and then we have some amazing video game OST news. If you like Castlevania, if you like Metal Gear Solid music, definitely stick around for that. Some amazing stuff. I have my drink ready to go. Let's discuss. Alright, to start with, CD Projekt Red surpasses Ubisoft to become Europe's most valuable game company. This article coming from GameSpot. This was announced yesterday, and yes, they are now Europe's most valuable game company. Amazing. The actual producers of The Witcher 3, Cyberpunk 2077 coming up. After being valued at 8.13 billion, Polish company CD Projekt have overtaken France's Ubisoft to become the most valuable game company in Europe, Video Game Chronicles reports. While the company's game branch, CD Projekt Red, has only 3 titles under its belt, not including a handful of spin-off of Witcher titles, CD Projekt also runs GOG distribution platform, so good old games, actually a really good platform. This year, a resurgence of interest in The Witcher spurred the Netflix show, as well as hype for the studio's upcoming game, Cyberpunk 2077, have helped it push the company's value even higher. This is crazy because CD Projekt Red, again, only 3 games, again, has GOG, but Ubisoft announced that earlier, probably last week, that it has 10 games that have reached over 10 million copies sold, which is insane. For CD Projekt Red to overtake that is pretty awesome. id Software. So if you're not familiar with id Software, made Doom Eternal. They launched this de novo anti-cheat. People were up in arms. I reported just a few days ago that the de novo anti-cheat was breaking things left and right, also being a hog on system memory. It loaded into the kernel of your system. The studio is saying the decision not related to quality of product following game issues. This is coming from VGC. id Software has confirmed it's to remove the controversial de novo anti-tamper technology from Doom Eternal in game's next PC update. Wow, I'm glad they actually did this. They went ahead and fixed it. It had a big outcry from the community. If you're running Doom on really any machine, it was having problems with Windows, even launching Linux, it couldn't launch at all. The game was just broken. So I'm glad they've taken this back. Of course, we want no cheating in online matches, but there has to be another way, and we'll discuss that later when we come to Valorant as well. Moving on, we have some amazing games coming to the Nintendo Switch and other consoles. One game I saw was called Red Wings here. Looks super cool, to be honest. Ooh, let's go ahead and turn off that music so we don't get a nice old copyright strike on us. And then let's jump all in. So this game looks a little bit like Star Foxy as far as the play style. So you see, you zoom right in here. Looks like a World War II shooter. Those are old, or World War I, I should say. Those are old style biplanes with the multiple wings. It's called Red Wings, Ace of the Sky. Has an official release today. Looks like a lot of fun. Go ahead and check out reviews if you are interested. I just thought this looked really cool. So moving on from that bad boy there. Then we also have a new game called Journey to Savage Planet. Again, this is the launch trailer for the PS4, but it's coming on the Nintendo Switch today, so that's why I'm showing it. If you're not familiar with this, it is a survival game with a lot of dangers, similar to a game called Subnautica. So you crash landed in Subnautica, you were underwater, you'd go to and from, there'd be sharks around, dangerous things, you had to go and get your own resources. Again, this is the PS4 showing, so it probably won't look that beautiful on the Switch, but go ahead and check it out. Looks like a lot of fun, and I've heard a lot of amazing things about it as well. Again, more games, but this is actually a Kickstarter. I'm hesitant to show Kickstarters on this channel, but this one looked really cool. Also right up my alley. gave Mega Man vibes, kind of the 3D Mega Man vibes that you had from like the PS1. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this. If you're interested, called Proto Droid Delta. Again, there's a Kickstarter. This is the announcement trailer. I skipped past a lot of the anime stuff because I want to show gameplay here. So looks interesting. Definitely looks a little bit more alphy, but looks like a fun game nonetheless. So hopefully they already have the funds raised, so it's gonna happen. So I'm curious when that will be released. Proto Droid Delta. Looks very cool. If you want me to take a deeper dive into any of these, play them, just let me know. And then of course we are to that part of the show where please like, follow, subscribe. Really helps out the channel, get the word out. I want to do this for you. If you like this content and want more, let me know. I'd be happy to produce it constantly here. So I'm more than happy to make your dreams come true. Again, if you click the bell down below, it'll just get you the new video alerts. And if not, thank you so much just for being here and watching. I really appreciate it. All right. Assassin's Creed has 1 billion bundles, as we see. When I say billion, really just 5, but it may be a little bit confusing to you. So we're going to break it down here. This GameSpot article has the base game, season pass, and ultimate pack in various forms. So you just have the standard edition. That's just the base game. Then you have the gold edition, which will come with both the season pass, as my thing is warping all around here, which will come with both the season pass and the base game. You have the gold steelbook edition. It's the same thing, just comes with the steelbook, season pass, and base game. And you have the ultimate edition and the ultimate steelbook edition coming with the same stuff. Again, base game, season pass, and ultimate pack. So the base game, as you used to, will be $60. Then we move on to the gold edition, which comes with the season pass, and the season pass comes with bonus mission available at launch. So not just the season pass, there's also a bonus mission, making it even more confusing. Now that is $110 or $100 on PC, it looks like, for the digital edition. And then lastly, for an extra $20, $130, they'll get the ultimate edition steelbook coming with a Berserker gear pack, which looks like it comes with a few different playable things. So it looks like some sort of raven, or maybe even a black condor. Looks like a raven, to be honest. A dog or wolf, and then some extra Vikings. You have the Berserker Settlement Pack, so it looks like you have some stuff to place around, a set of ruins, and Berserker Longship Pack, in addition to that season pass, of course. That will be $130 for the steelbook, and then for the digital, $120. So pretty spicy and expensive. And then lastly, we have the collector's edition, which will be a full $200, which wasn't detailed, I believe, in the previous showing there. So that's a 6th edition. That's $200. In addition to all that, season pass stuff also comes with a little statue that you see here, a video game soundtrack, a steelbook case statue of Eivor with his Raven and Dane axe, 3 exclusive lithographs showcasing concept art, selected soundtrack, and numbered certificate of authenticity. Sounds interesting. If you're into the game, go ahead and check it out. There's a ton of editions, more than need be, and then there's a ton more down there. Now, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, things are heating up. There's a whole bunch of rumors and leaks and possible things coming out here. I wanted to point this one out. The 6th Access discovered a possible leak coming from a manufacturer of racing wheels. So they tweeted out, hey, what games are you most excited for? Actually, this is on Instagram. What games are you guys most excited for? We're creating racing wheels. Look here. It has a picture of a few different icons, one being AMS2, looks like Dirt 5, which is upcoming. We have, is it Next Level 2020 or F1 2020? That's what that is. And then right there in the middle, the Gran Turismo symbol with 7. So this goes into it saying, hey, are you, where'd you get, like, why would you Photoshop a logo if it's not real? And they obviously have a deal with Sony where they're creating these racing wheels, so they will probably know this ahead of time. Could this be a opening game for the PlayStation 5? Well, we head into this next article, also the 6th Access. Next Level Racing denies having knowledge of Gran Turismo 7. Of course, they would deny having knowledge. It's, again, super weird. Why would you Photoshop of a Gran Turismo 7 on it? Maybe they just got the icon from online. Let's go ahead and dive into this. Last night, we reported a possible leak by Next Level Racing regarding Gran Turismo 7 after the company took to social media to ask people which racing game they were looking forward to. The post, which has now been taken down, of course, included a logo for Gran Turismo 7. Now, Next Level Racing is denying any knowledge about launch of Gran Turismo 7. You can read the company's statement below. Quote, "Our team has recognized that a recent post by using a logo has been misinterpreted by media and does not reflect any information from our end, and we deny knowing any information regarding the launch of GT7. There have been assumptions made in the media that are quite simply untrue. Due to this, we have decided to take down our previous social posts. Our graphic design department used the mock logo that is circulating on the internet." Okay, we do apologize for any confusion that may have caused. So apparently what they're saying, seeing the official post from a licensed peripheral maker referencing GT7 and a launch this year, is misinterpreting the situation. That sounds nice and spicy. I think they probably made a mistake. The graphic design use a logo from offline. I don't know. GT7's probably coming. So the last Gran Turismo to launch was in 2017 as Gran Turismo Sport. They keep on updating it. It wasn't a full-on Gran Turismo, and there haven't been a really good full-on Gran Turismo for a while. So it'll be interesting to see this next generation. Xbox has really overtaken the car genre with Forza, and we will see if Gran Turismo comes back. There's perfect timing for it to come back, and this might be the new powerhouse to bring it back. Super awesome. In other news, we have some amazing OSTs. So if you guys are a fan of Metal Gear Solid music, Castlevania music, Konami is releasing its stuff on Spotify. So to jump in here, Konami Europe right here on Twitter. We know how much you all love the soundtracks on our games, so we've put them all in one place. Introducing the Konami Europe at Spotify account. Follow us to keep up to date as we add new playlists and old favorites. My friend Scott did point out that Castlevania was on a previous Konami playlist that was specifically a Castlevania playlist that you can find. So this is all that stuff now is on a Konami account, and they will be launching more and updating it. I'm super excited for Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. That Hans Zimmer soundtrack was phenomenal. Bring me back to that demo disc on the actual deck of the ship. That sounds awesome. I used to listen to that when I went running. I know that's super nerdy, but it's awesome. All right, moving on to a little bit less gaming stuff. I just wanted to shout it out because I think this is just such a cool thing. Zack Snyder, he was the original director of Justice League, had to leave directing because he had a family issue at the time. Then it was taken over, and according to a lot of sources, when the takeover happened, it actually was they really changed the story and the flow and the feel of the movie quite a bit. And if you know, that movie was panned critically and did not do well in the box office. Well, this is a second anniversary of the film, and Zack Snyder, everyone is saying, hey, release the Snyder Cut. We want a redo of this. And all the stars of the actual movie went ahead on Twitter and said, yeah, we also want it. We want to see it. Well, that wish has been granted. HBO has said, yeah, we're going to allow Zack Snyder to do his vision. They're going to reshoot portions, have redone actual work. It's going to be 20 to about 30 million they're estimating to actually redo some of this movie with an original $300 million budget. So it's going to be insane. There are stories that this could last up to 4 hours on the HBO. Will it be split into separate actual movies or separate? I guess you could even make it a TV show at that point. We'll see, but it sounds amazing. It's going to be 2021. There's no exact release date, but really, really cool reworking. I'm curious to see if maybe that will revitalize the Justice League, and they'll go from there. That will be the new jump off point. All right, Borderlands has a new DLC coming. It will be called Bounty of Blood, A Fistful of Redemption. It is a Western themed DLC. And if you have the, of course, expansion pack, you can go ahead and play it. Not going to be coming out till a little bit later. Called it a harsh story of revenge and redemption, and teased an unseen narrator who is said to be a new character. In fact, Bounty of Blood starts a new cast of characters like the reformed brawler Juno and your guide Rose. And no Western epic would be complete without a steed, so you get to ride a jet beast mount. That actually sounds really awesome. If you're enjoying Borderlands 3, just more stuff to Borderlands. They did recently have an event end that was this epic loot event, so this will be another one to get you into the game. And lastly, we're going to finish off with Valorant. Summer Games Fest had most likely, maybe not its last, but most likely its last announcement of May. So Valorant, a big game, if you're not familiar, it's a first-person shooter game, very similar to Counter-Strike Go, where you are actually playing on teams against each other. One team is trying to plant a bomb, one team trying to defuse it, kill all the other players. But the twist on it, it is a character-based shooter with different powers and such, similar to a lot of other games we've seen. And it's been quite the hit. It's been released in a closed beta for now. Well, they announced today, Summer Games Fest, that it will be coming June 2nd. So very, very soon. They also announced a few other things along with this Summer Games Fest. I'm going to go ahead and play it kind of in the background. I'm going to read you a few things that they said. So, this team shooter, of course, releasing June 2nd. They teased adding new characters. So originally they said they're going to have 12 characters. They said no. From what we've seen, we've had to scale it back to 11. They want good quality content, but they did say that 11th character is really interesting and it should be spicy, quote the developer. Actually said spicy. Also, new weapon skins will have a pass, so I'm assuming a season pass. They just said pass, so we'll have a season pass. And post-launch, they will have one additional game mode coming. So that is right post-launch, very, very close to launch, they said. So that sounds amazing. The game mode will be launching in a beta state because they didn't get to do too much testing in this first round. So that all sounds really, really good. The new additional character actually has a, I guess, cameo, or there's a hint to the character in the latest trailer for Valorant. So go ahead and check that out. And they spoke a little bit on the Vanguard anti-cheating. So if you refer back its software, again, they had Doom Eternal, they had this de novo anti-cheat software that people were super, super angry about, and they're removing it. Well, they also have an anti-cheating software. Again, it does function as low level. On this stream, they went ahead and said, hey, yes, it does just collect data. Well, it shows us data when you're playing the game, but we are not using that data for anything. We're just watching it. We're not actually collecting it ourselves and storing it. So take what you will of that. It is an anti-cheat, so that hopefully should help the game, and hopefully it does not affect performance of the game or people's machines. So far, I've only heard pretty positive things from Valorant, and June 2nd, not that far away. So very, very cool. If you're a fan, let me know. I might check it out. I actually signed up for the closed beta, so I'll see if I like the game and maybe I'll stream it at some point. Alright guys, well thank you so much. Again, my name is Matt. This is Chatty with Matty every single weekday right here on Sodi Pop on YouTube. Of course, you can catch me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram at Sodi Pop Media. Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I never, ever miss a day. Even if I have to make it a shorter stream, I will still be there. Thank you so much. Please, again, like, follow, subscribe. Really helps me out. Let me know what else you'd like to see. What other news stories are you excited for? Do you think Gran Turismo will be coming out on the PlayStation 5 at launch? What Series X titles are you super excited for? Again, let me know down below. Have a wonderful day. Remember to
be yourself
and eat a cookie. Bye.